Hey guys, good morning, everybody. Today is Wednesday, March 6th. It is 6:17 right now. Market's going to open in about 13 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and set up this room real quick and we'll get started shortly with our analysis for today. It's got a couple of things here to update and we should be good to go. All right. A few more things here. All right, looks like we are good to go. So let me get this link sent out to you guys here in the premium. Looks good. So I'll get a few moments for people to make their way in. And as they join in, we'll start to mark up liquidity over here. So let's see. Let me check the news for today because there's a lot of news today. It's news at 7. All right, so we had the NBA 30 rate, 30-year mortgage rate, purchase index, refinance index, basically just a lot of mortgage news. We had employment change over here at 5:15, high impact. We have more news at 7. Crude oil at 7:30. And I think that's about it. Okay, so there's a decent amount of news for today. Not a crazy amount, but decent amount. A lot of low impact stuff. Powell's gonna be speaking at 7, so it's gonna be a little tricky. All right, as people join in, I will start marking up. Liquidity over here. All right, so I'll just start marking liquidity as people join in. It looks like people are starting to trickle their way in. So we got level right there, right there, right there, 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 there. Let's go down to the 8-hour. Down to the 4-hour. Going down to the 2-hour. Going down to the 1-hour. Down to the 30-minute. I'll change this to red. I feel like eventually we don't really need to change these colors. I might just leave them all at blue. We changed them to red to show low quality or just like not as strong liquidity, but I don't think it's really necessary anymore. When we first started changing the color, that was because a lot of the lower level liquidities would come up near price, but lately price has been moving. You know, last year when the price market was kind of slow, we didn't really have much liquidity close by, but now it's pretty spread out. But we'll see. We'll leave it as is for now. We don't need to change anything at the moment. And there we go. All right, so we have liquidity marked up right here, guys. Closest level of liquidity above is going to be at 38,809 right here. And the closest level below is going to be at 38,677 down below here. So there goes the two closest levels of liquidity there. Let's go over to the clean chart real quick. I'm going to mark up 6:30. Then I'll mark up 8 o'clock. And I'll go up to the 4-hour time frame. I'll identify structure here. So there's a support level down below right here. There is a resistance up here. I'm going to go down to the 1 hour, see if there's anything closer. There is another resistance right there, which is kind of far off, and that's about it. All right, so with that said, looking at current price right here, it's not really that close to any of those levels, but you know, if price ever comes down or comes around, then we will I'll mark it up. It's not really a big deal, but we don't really need it right here because price is so far from it that's not really necessary. So there goes a clean chart. Going over to our main chart, BB3 chart, PRB chart. Here's our main chart. So we had news over here at 4 o'clock. We had news at 5:15. I don't know what's up with the news. News has been coming up at unusual times. I don't know if it's because of daylight savings, but yesterday we had news that was like at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. The news has been coming up at unusual times. Typically for stuff like this, it's usually like at 5:30 at earliest, but we've been having like, you know, weird times for this, like 4 o'clock over here. It's weird because the market's not even really open at that time in a lot of time zones, right? Aside from like probably, well, this could be on our time zone, so it wouldn't really matter, but there's nothing that's really open at that time specifically. But, you know, whatever the case may be, we did have news at 4 o'clock, 5:15, and 6. So 4, 5:15, and 6, I'm going to mark that up real quick. 4 o'clock over here, that big candle. 5:15 over here. And 6 o'clock, I believe. We have news at 7 and 7:30, high impact. We got Powell speaking at 7, JOLTS job openings, JOLTS job quits, inventories, wholesale, economic optimism, etc. And then, of course, the gas stock change at 7:30. So that's about it. There's one more at 6, and then at 7 and 7:30, which is something that we'll have to look out for. So I'm hoping our entry comes up before that time because movement's going to be kind of crazy around that time. Seven, 7:30. That's about right. Let's mark it up here too so that we're aware. 7 and 7:30. BV3 chart, same thing. 7 and 7:30. All right. So with that said, I think we marked up pretty much everything we need. Let me go ahead and take a look at the chat real quick. So good morning, everybody. Today is Wednesday, March 6th. It is 6:25 right now. Market's going to open in about 5 minutes. So let's see who's here so far. Morning, Kaner. Morning, Andreas. Morning, Nikki. Daniel said, is it weird that news was at 5:15 and there was a crazy candle spike at 5:30? Not necessarily. I think it was just a late reaction, right? Because the thing is, the markets don't technically open until like 5:30. 5:30 is the actual US time. So the stock market doesn't open pre-market until 5:30. So for a lot of markets that are not the futures market, right? Because the futures market is open all day, but the stock market doesn't open until 5:30. So this isn't unusual. This is when, like, this is 6:30 for us. Like 6:30 is actual open, but 5:30 is like if people have pending orders for like the stock market or certain assets, their trades don't get executed till 5:30. So this is like technically pre-market open. Let's see, morning, William, morning, iPad, and Maddie, yeah, Paul speaking at that time. Jamel is asking, let's see, Jamel is asking from the breakout, it's, no, it's not 10:25, it's 25:25. And yeah, we're using YM. It says right here on the chart. So if you're wondering what asset I'm on, I always have the watermark available right here where it says YM. Jamel's asking which one is 10:25. 10:25 is the momentum pullback scalp. Totally different strategy. So I spoke to Drew Jamel, and I guess you're trying to like learn everything all at once. You got to take your time, bro. You got to take your baby steps because the more that you confuse things, the more mistakes you're gonna make. So I know you're familiar with Drew, so just make sure that you take your baby steps and you actually understand this stuff because you got a lot of questions, which is good, but you got a lot of questions that are like they're kind of all over the place. So you got to make sure that you take your time and you actually understand what you're learning because this is all new to you. You're not going to be a pro trader in like one day. So just make sure that you're taking your time with it. The last thing I want is for you not to. The last thing I want is for you to blow all your money in one day, right? Because that's where it sounds like it's going. Because you just started, you already have an evaluation, you don't even know how to use TradingView, you don't know how to use Tradevate. Like the problem with that is you're just excited. You want to make money. You see everybody making money here. But the downfall to that is that you're not really understanding anything and you're trying to take leaps ahead of everybody else while everybody's been here for like, months, years, etc. So just keep that in mind, Jamal. I'm just looking out for you. And I don't want you to blow any money that's unnecessarily going to be blown, right? So just keep that in mind. We're all going to look out for you here. But yeah, baby steps. So morning, CJ. Yeah, Daniel said that liquidity blasted already. Let's take a look. Yep. So this upper level right here, guys, it got knocked out already. So I'm not sure if anybody caught that liquidity that I marked up here pre-market, but it did got blasted through right there. And it's preparing for market open here at 6:30. So we got the first level of liquidity right there. Went straight through. Other than that, let's take a look at the trend right now. So let's take a look at the overall market. So looking over here at retail sentiment is currently 70% short right now. It's indicating that 70% of retail traders are currently selling. So you typically want to do the opposite and buy because majority of traders don't do well in trading. So you want to do the opposite of everybody else. Looking over here at the news calendar, we have news at 7 o'clock. We have Powell speaking at 7 o'clock. So just be very careful as we get closer to that time. Looking over here at the technicals. So looking over here, it looks like the 1 minute is bullish, 5 minute is bullish, 10 minutes bullish, 30 minutes swing to bullish, 1 hour is swing to bullish as well. And the 4 hour right here is bearish, but it is swing to the upside. So with that said, market is opening in about 10 seconds. And when the market opens here, we'll start looking for any opportunities. So, all right, guys, market is about to open right here. In about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Market is now open. So market is open right here. We're getting that huge push to the upside right there. I'm not expecting anything to happen right here yet, so not really in a rush here to take anything. There's no rejection here yet, so there's nothing for the PRB. But we would be looking for a buy here for the PRB. Looking over here for the breakout V3. There's no structure yet, but there is structure that is getting put together right here. I mean, there is technically structure right here, which is not really going to be useful for us. And it looks like we're going to have a double body right there. All right. So here we go, guys. Let's see what's next. All right, so we have a double body rejection right here. If we get a sell signal, this might set up for a breakout V3, but at the moment, we don't have anything here yet. Price is climbing back up. So for right here, for the PRB, we do have the wick rejection off the pivots right here. So for the next candle or the next movement, you're looking for space or consolidation. And then from there, you're going to look for price to come back and retrace and continue back up. Huge candle right here, though. The ATR is currently 17. Yeah, this candle is huge. It's almost 100 points. So just be careful with your guys' entry. The volatility is extremely high right now. But again, nothing to take here at the moment. So we continue to wait. Once prices kind of moved around a bit, I will mark up structure here on the 1 minute. We don't have it yet, but we'll leave it as is for now. All right, so that double body's been pretty much invalidated. There may be another double body rejection right here, so we'll continue looking for that. I mean, as you guys can see, there's no clear direction here. Price is going back and forth super heavily. So it looks like we're getting another double body rejection right there for a V1 pattern. Price is pretty high up. So, I mean, for the most part, it looks like price is kind of just ranging back and forth. Once we have some structure there, I'll mark up structure, but at the moment, there is nothing here just yet. Just got a long way to go back down. All right, so we have the double body rejection there. If price pushes back up higher, it's going to invalidate that high, and this will no longer be a V1 pattern. So we'll just see where this is at. ATR is currently at 19, pushing up to 20. It's pretty high right now. See, Henry said it's at the all-time high, so let me take a look at that too. So let's go over here to our liquidity chart. It's not there yet. It's pretty far from the all-time high, Henry. So it's not anywhere near it yet. All-time high is way up here at 39,343. So it's pretty far from the all-time high right now. But it's fine. I mean, even if it gets to the all-time high, it's not going to make a difference. I'm still going to look for entries around that area. Yeah, the ceiling just gets pushed up higher. You know, after the big drop from yesterday, price is just correcting back up because it dumped like 500 points yesterday. I saw CNBC and they reported on it. So it just looks like a small little correction there while it comes back down. We'll see what Powell has to say. I mean, the elections are underway. If you guys have been following the elections, Trump is basically going to be the front runner for Republicans, it's looking like. So it's going to be a Biden versus Trump election, which is going to be interesting. All right, so we still have no entries here. I'm still following through. All right, guys, so this might be the PRB entry. If this candle here closes with a wick rejection off the pivots right here, this is going to be the PRB entry. I'm not taking this entry here, but if you guys do want to take it, I will mark it up for you guys. However, like I said, I'm only taking the breakout V3, not taking this entry here. So leave that, and there's no rejection there, so there's no entry. Price came down at that last second, which is typically what's been happening. Again, for this candle right here, you'll be looking for a rejection off the pivot. Once you get that rejection, that'll be the PRB. But for me personally, not going to take the entry. So if this candle here closes green, this is going to be the PRB entry. There is still no breakout V3, but it is setting up right here. So if this candle here closes with a red sell signal and we have a following red candle, this is going to be the breakout V3 entry. So just got to watch for that momentum signal. It's going to be the main key right here. The PRB entry here might come up if this rejection happens. So if there's a wick rejection off any of these pivots, this is going to be the PRB entry. But it's not rejecting off it yet. No rejection. So still no PRB entry here. There's nothing here yet. So it's gonna have to be a bottom rejection for the PRB, which it doesn't have yet. So it's not looking like there's going to be, or there might be one here. So if this candle closes and it has the bottom wick rejection, this is technically the PRB entry. The breakout V3 is still pending. We need the sell signal here to close. Once it closes, we'll be looking for a possible follow-up and breakout V3 entry. Got about 5 seconds left on this candle here. So this looks like, yeah, there we go. So we have a possible breakout V3 entry coming up right here, guys. If this candle closes red, this is going to be the breakout V3. Again, you got to wait for the candle to close because the way that these candles are moving, it's not clear whether it's going to swing back up at the last second. So I'm not really going to pay any focus to this until we get closer to like maybe 20 seconds down. We're currently at 30 seconds in. So once we get to the last, 10, 15 seconds, I'll look at it, because last thing you want to do is get too excited. And then at the last second, it spikes right back up. So this right here would be the breakout V3 as long as the candle closes red. You got about 10 seconds left. We got 5 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's the breakout V3 right there. So this right here will be the breakout V3 entry. I don't think there was a PRB. No, PRB never came up. Volatility is a little high right now. On there, EV3. All right, now that we have that there, it's at the support, but we'll see how this ends up pushing through. It's going to break through the support. I'm hoping it breaks out of it and then it just climbs down, or that's like one scenario, just breaks out and climbs down below, or break and retest of the structure. That's fine too, right? Just kind of in a tricky area, but that is the breakout. V3 currently running in profit. Let me see where my TP's at. TP looks good. I think I might have gotten a better entry point on mine. It's pushing down right there. So the PRB might be shifting to a sell. There's nothing there pushing back up. Let's see, I'm at 14. And now, of course, the volatility dies down as soon as we get into the position. It's kind of annoying when that happens, but I mean, it's typical. There it goes, it drops lower. TP here is at 64. My TP on full TP, guys. Let's go. We're in profit for the week. So 2 wins this week, 1 loss. We are in profit for the BB3. Great win right there. Easy money. There we go, guys. There we go. So as you guys can see, this is why I take 1 entry a day, full risk on it. Full TP blasted right through. Nathan say, yeah, sweet baby Jesus. So we're good on that one, guys. Nice work. Let's see. It looks like all you guys here locked it in. Jonathan got it. Nick got it. Nathan got it. Nikki got it. MJ got it. Song got it. Oscar got it. Oscar with his Oscar said so fire. It's funny. Oscar over here. So Oscar just got funded, and I'm just gonna show him Oscar our messages from yesterday. It's funny because Oscar, he just got funded 150K yesterday. He's now on his funded account. And I told him, like, you just gotta, he said, you really turn trading into the most simplest form. I don't know what I'd do without you doing it. And then I basically said, like, you need to stay consistent. And it's crazy how people, when they realize how easy it is and they get funded, they start doing something completely different. And Oscar said, I'm just going to keep following the leader because the leader knows best. So Oscar here literally just follows our trades here on the live session, got funded, his first win right here, full win on his funded account. So nice work, Oscar. I'm hoping all you guys make a ton of money here with trading with me. And this is why we closed down the YouTube, right? The YouTube is up today. This is like the only day the YouTube's up on the live stream on Wednesdays. But for the most part, I'd be happy with us just locking in profits every single day and not having to make adjustments to the strategy. Because if too many people are using the strategy, it doesn't work as effective. So I think right now on the Zoom, there's like 80 of us here, right? 80 of us locking in profits off the breakout V3. I think that's solid. As long as we have like 1 net win a day, it's going to be super consistent. So let me go and just mark this up real quick. We're done with this chart. So I'm gonna just take off the news. I don't care about the news as much. And yeah, we're just looking at things from a long-term perspective here, guys, right? I'm looking at one trade a day. I mean, you guys are free to take whatever entries you guys want to take, but taking one trade a day for me is going to be pretty solid. And we are good right here, guys. So let me go ahead and make an update over here real quick on the profits. So I'm finally back in profit for the week. This is where the patience comes in, guys, because a lot of people don't have the patience to weather the storm, right? You got to weather the storm sometimes. Like I had a loss on Monday, it sucked, but now I'm like in super profit. So I'm pretty happy with this. All right, so let me see this real quick. Take that off. All right, let me just screenshot all of my accounts here so that you guys can see. Today's a great day. Today's a great day. I'm gonna go buy a lottery ticket. No, I'm just kidding. Um, yeah, hopefully it continues this way. So the thing with NFP is that it's either going to be a really good week or it's going to be probably an okay week, right? So far it's looking pretty decent. I'm hoping it keeps up because that's what we're looking for here. Now, let me show you guys my profits real quick. I'll keep looking for entries here, but there's no other entries that I personally see at the moment. The PRB over here, there's no trend, so there's nothing for us to take here. Also on the main chart, there's also no trend. So there's nothing here for us to take, either. So yeah, Tom said he got full TP on all accounts this time. Yeah, nice work, Tom. Yeah, he's got to take off that triangle button or whatever it was. Anyways, here are my profits. So I actually got some good slippage here, right? I've been getting screwed every day with like some slippage, but the slippage worked in my favor today. So I locked in 620 per account. So let me just do the math real quick. Or not 1,620. So 1620 for 18 accounts, it looks like, times 18, plus 1560, plus 1,500. So I locked in 32,220 off this one trade today, all wins on all of my accounts. And then for my weekly P&L, let's see. So I locked in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 12, 18 plus or times 13. And then let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, 1278 times 6. So 7,668 plus 15,834 plus 1,300. Okay. All right. So let me just put this over here real quick. And there's no entries coming up, guys. There's no trend, so don't worry. You're not missing out on any entries right now. Once a trend shifts, we can start looking for some more entries, but at the moment, there's nothing here to take right now. So for the day, currently, I'm plus 32,220. And then for the week, I'm up 24,840. All right, so there are my profits so far. I'm up 32,220 for the day, 24,840 for the week. Still no entries here, guys. So let's take a look at the team profits real quick before we continue on. Looking over here at the team profits, we have Maddie over here with a total profit of 250 per account, and then 150 on his others. So we'll just say he's up. I'm going to estimate around 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. He's up about like 4,000 right now. Nice work, Maddie. We have Andreas over here, total profit of 7,140. Great work, Andreas. We have Maddie over here, total profit of 1,300. This is the other Maddie. We have Nick here, total profit of 365. Nice work, Nick. We have the other Nick here, 2 Nicks, 2 Maddies, total profit of 2,375 on his FTMO. and a total profit of well over 4,000 on its apex, all wins. Nice work, Nick. We have Kaner here, total profit of 1,500 per account. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 accounts, so well over 7,000 for the day. Nice work, Kaner. We have Natasha, total profit of 635 for the day, all wins. We have Eunice, total profit of 1,688, all wins as well. We have Tom here, got his full TPs for the day, total profit of 1,485 per account. He has 3 accounts, so well over 3,000 for the day, all wins. We have Casey here, total profit of 1,269. He has 3 accounts here, so well over 3,000 for the day. We have John here, total profit of 2,125, all wins here. We have Dejan, total profit of 625 for the day, all wins. We have Narith, total profit of 1,690 per account. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 accounts, so well over 10,000 for the day, all wins. We have Jeff, total profit of 1,050 per account. He has 2 accounts here, so about 2,000 for the day. We have Jonathan, total profit of 1,620 for the day. He has 2 accounts here, so well over 3,000 for the day. Nice work, Jonathan. And that's about it for now. And then also we have Lucas here with a total profit of 432. Nice win, Lucas, all wins. All right, guys, so back to the charts. The trend here just shifted, so we can possibly start looking for some entries here if you're still looking to take anything. For me, I'm done for the day with entering any trades on my account, so I'm happy with my 32,000 for the day, and now I'm just gonna wait for anything else to come up. The thing that you guys have to keep in mind is that we have Powell speaking at 7 o'clock. The market might get a little crazy after 7 o'clock, so I'm super glad that our breakout V3 came up before it, because I would hate to trade anytime after 7. So if you guys want to trade after 7, just keep in mind it's going to be super risky. Volatility is going to be extremely high. Powell's going to be speaking. We are in an election year, so we got a lot of big things coming. We got election talk. With the elections coming up, Powell's going to be making some changes, right? Because if Biden wins, he's going to have to stay conservative. If Trump wins, he's going to be a little more crazy with, like, trying to try out new things to stimulate the economy. So you guys got to remember, like when Trump was president, Powell was like the man. Like everyone said he was the man because he was like a money printer. He didn't care. He had like free reign to do whatever he wanted. When Biden came into control, there's more regulation. So you guys got to keep that in mind, that things might change over the next year. So, I'm not too big on fundamentals, but if you guys have traded with me over the past years, you guys know what Powell is known for, and you know how it's changed between the Trump administration over to the Biden administration. He's been kind of boring lately. Like, we don't really care about Powell as much, but during COVID, he was like, you take any trade for a buy and you literally will double, triple, quadruple your money easily whenever he spoke. So just keep that in mind, guys. But we have no entries here right now. The PRB still hasn't come up. Well, actually, the PRB might be done. So if there's no PRB by 7 o'clock, there's going to be no PRB today. So just keep that in mind. Cutoff for PRB is 7 o'clock right here. But again, there's no entries available here at the moment. We have some more profits here from Ross. So Ross killed it again. He locked in a total profit of 1,600 per account. He has 20 accounts here. So he locked in about same as me, like well over 30, about 32,000 for the day. Nice work, Ross. Killed it. And you guys are doing amazing today, guys. Great work. Not just today, but this whole week, this whole month. The mentoring group here is killing it. Everybody's doing great. I'm seeing people getting funded every single day. So yeah, keep it up, guys. We're in March, guys. We got a whole year ahead of us. And I think now that I've kind of closed down the public streams for the most part on YouTube, we're going to find a lot more profitability because we're not going to have to change or make adjustments to the strategies as much as we used to in the past. I started to notice in the past when we used to have a lot of people in the group, I had to make a lot of changes like almost every month because there's so many people doing what we were doing. And now we only have a few. So I'm good with that. Anyways, let me just scroll up real quick, see if I'm missing anything here. Yeah, Nick said Sean clearly shows from the past that he's profitable year after year. Just stick to what with Sean, and that's what he has to say. Yeah, I mean, that's the key thing, guys. I think the key thing is really being consistent with whoever you trade with, right? If you're trading with one group, I recommend staying with that group for a year. It doesn't have to be our group, but stick with a certain group for a year. Make sure that the person who's actually leading the group is actually, he's actually profitable and he's actually consistent. Because the thing is, when you see people change strategies like every couple of days or every couple of weeks or every couple of months, there's no consistency in that group, right? For me, I've been trading the same way for years. We stopped taking breakouts for a while because I was just more on the quicker scalp side, but it never went anywhere. The original breakouts are still available. So, what I recommend, guys, if you guys trade with a group or with a certain person or with a few people, just make sure that you guys stay consistent for a year. I'm always looking out for whoever's trading out there, especially people in this group. And I'll try to lead you guys as best as I can, but it's hard because not everybody can listen. So yeah, other than that, there's no other entries here available right now, guys. We have the wick rejection off the pivot here. So you're now looking for some space here for the pivot for the PRB. I'll identify it if I see it, but there's nothing here yet for the PRB. Otherwise, there's no other entries here that are available at the moment. So I'll keep looking back and forth if I see anything here. I'll look for any of the obvious. So I'll be looking for any pivot scalps, high-low momentum scalps, high-low scalps, variation V1s, etc. But I don't see anything here yet. So there's just nothing here to take at the moment. Nice. Sean said he got a full TP on the breakout as well. Good to be back up. He's up 1,000 on take profit trader test 8,000 ago. Nice work, Sean. Yeah, so what I did too, guys, yesterday I actually opened up a personal account with NinjaTrader. My deposit hasn't been cleared yet, so I opened up a personal account. I bought a lifetime license. The lifetime license with NinjaTrader is about 1,499. So I paid that. I paid the data fees. So I'm going to be adding my personal account to my copier. Also, maybe at some point I'll be adding other funding companies as well. There's a couple of funding companies that I'm aware of. Obviously, Top Step is one of them. Take Profit Trader is one that I've been getting advertised every single day. So once I'm maxed out on funding with Apex, then I will start adding on other accounts like I did before. So the thing with like these funding companies is a lot of people started tripping out when like FTMO kind of went down and all these other companies went down. But personally, I think it was like a blessing in disguise because now that we're on Apex and we're on futures, we have better executions. We have like no spread. Everything is legit. And now on these copiers, I'm actually able to get way more funding. So I'm kind of glad FTMO went down and all these other companies because now I'm able to trade with legitimate exchanges and stuff like that. Well, there's a lot of big things coming, guys. There's a lot of stuff coming along. I'm also studying for my Series 3. So that's going to be the next step to move our community towards hedge fund status. I'll still be trading like this every day. It's just I'll be trading for a hedge fund, for my hedge fund once I get to that point. So yeah, nothing's going to change here, guys. And I like keeping our group small like this. So just keep in mind that, over the next couple months, the more and more profitable the breakout V3 gets, the more restricted it's going to be for people to join in. So if you guys want access to like the Zoom and stuff or the indicators, I do highly recommend getting access to it now because once the door is closed, the door is not going to open anytime soon because we're probably going to cap our Zoom participants to like 100, I think. We're at 74 right now, so we're almost there because I don't want to be sharing the strategy with too many people. Yeah, exactly. Jonathan said no more dumb slippage. Yeah, definitely. All right, so let's see if there's anything else here that I'm missing. We got some more team profits here. So we got Sean over here with a total profit of 800 for the day. Nice work, Sean. Solid profit right there. And we have Fund Me over here with a total profit of 911. Nice work, Fund Me. All wins. So there's nothing wrong with FTMO. Guys, one thing that I want to kind of say about FTMO, though, if you guys are a US client, I was talking to Nick about this yesterday. What I think FTMO is doing is I think sorry guys, there's a PRB entry right here. I don't know if anybody wants to take it. I just noticed it. There's a PRB entry that's right here. I don't think it's a great entry, but it is a PRB if anybody's looking to take it. It's really close to 7 o'clock, so I'm not going to take it. Well, obviously I'm not going to take it, but it's getting close to the cutoff right here. And this would be the PRV. So let me just go over this real quick for the entry. So we had price come down right here. We had the rejection right here. We had price push up. We had some space consolidation right there. And we had the rejection right there on the higher pivot. So this here is a valid entry for a PRV if anybody's looking to take it. The thing that you want to be very careful for is that Powell's going to be speaking right here at 7 o'clock. We have some high impact news coming up right there, and that might throw off your position. So if you guys are looking to take it, that's the entry. If you're okay with your profits for the day, I'm pretty sure everybody here is happy with what they locked in off the breakout. Then I would just call it a day. I'm not in any positions here. I'm not taking anything else. The only position I'm taking is the breakout V3. Sorry, I went on the wrong chart. Back share here. So this here is the PRV entry. But yeah, back to what I was saying. So what I was saying earlier about the about FTMO is I think it's really unusual that they haven't opened up US signups. So what I kind of see happening here for FTMO is that they opened up DX trade for US clients to trade on. But I think they're just waiting for everybody to blow their accounts. So once every US client has blown their account, they're not going to open the doors to US clients anymore. So you guys got to keep that in mind, right? They don't have future plans for US clients. That's not right now exactly. They would have to move over to a futures platform to service US clients. So just got to keep that in mind. Henry is asking, is that a V3 running opposite of a PRV? Well, I mean, there was a breakout V3 here, but it already hit TP. This was a breakout V3 continuation. The breakout V3 already happened, Henry, so there's nothing there. This was the breakout V3 that we took this morning. So there's no, if you're looking for the continuation, this would be the continuation, but there's no confluence. And if you were taking that as a continuation, it already hit TP because you're only going for 10 points. So that already hit TP right there. That was before the PRV came up. So PRV came up already. The breakout V3 happened right here, continuation. There's no V1 pattern. But this right here was just it was a buy signal with the green candle following it. This is a continuation right here. I went to full TP. After this full TP hit, then the PRV happened right here, right after. So no, it wasn't going opposite because it was already done. Hit its TP already. Yeah, the continuation is only 100. It's 100 pips or 10 points. So, but yeah, but it also wouldn't be a continuation because the trend was bearish right here. So for the continuation, you use the trend as well. So the PRV looks like it hit TP, guys. Full TP right there. So both of the entries hit today. PRV full TP, breakout V3 full TP as well. So yeah, back to your question, Henry. That was a V3 continuation pattern, but it's not an actual entry that we would have taken because the trend here was bearish. So you would only be looking for some sells. And then also there's no V1 pattern down here. So yeah, that's just, I'm going to make it try to make it as clear as possible. It's a pattern, but it's not an entry that we would have taken. It doesn't meet criteria because you have to trade in the direction of the trend if you're taking the regular scalps. Any of the negative risk reward strategies, the ones that are like 1030, 1025, you have to trade those in the direction of the trend because obviously you want to have as many confluences as possible. But yeah, Nick said, me and the PRV officially have problems. It starts hitting as soon as we stop using it. I know, right? That's typically what happens. And that's exactly what I was telling you the other time, right, Nick? Because Nick was like, he was actually like kind of upset about the PRV. And he was like, man, I'm gonna stop using the PRV. It stopped working. I'm like, bro, go ahead and stop using it. Because as soon as you stop using it, it's gonna start hitting. And ever since you stopped using it, Nick, it's been hitting every single day. So that's what I always tell people. Like whenever, and not that you question my strategy, Nick, but whenever someone questions my strategy and they're like, oh, maybe this doesn't work, or maybe this criteria doesn't work, or maybe you have to enter at a little later time. I'm like, all right, do whatever you need to do because I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing and it's gonna hit. And it's exactly hitting right now, right? So that's why I always tell people when people want to go against me, like whenever people want to go against my analysis, I'm like, all right, go ahead and go against my analysis. Good luck because I know I'm going to be on top. Because I've been doing this for years, guys. It's not like I just came up with some random strategies. It's like people will like try to be smart when a trade is losing, but then I just keep doing it. That's the whole point about consistency and discipline, right? It's just you got to know what you're doing. You have to be consistent. You have to be disciplined throughout the wins, throughout the losses. You have to be consistent. You know, you have to weather the storm because eventually it's going to come right back. Like for this week so far, right? This week I had a loss on Monday, which was pretty trash. Had a loss on Monday that we knew we were going to lose. Like we had a feeling this was going to lose. I still took it anyways because that's my consistency and discipline. But two back-to-back wins yesterday and today, and now I'm in pretty big profit for the week so far. So you just got to stick to your trading plan, guys. Whatever you guys plan to trade, trade it. Doesn't matter what anybody says. If anybody tells you your strategy sucks, then that's on them, right? Because either way, as long as you tested it and you know that the strategy works and you know the win rate and you know the risk, you should have no problem being profitable. You just got to stick to the trading plan. So other than that, there's no other entries available right now. Powell is currently speaking, so I'm not really looking to. I'll look for entries here and I'll tell you guys when it's happening. But you guys got to keep in mind that Powell is not. It's not something that should be ignored because he can easily push price in certain directions. Because he's having his testimony right now. He's going to be speaking for like about an hour. It's not something small. So Powell's having his testimony. It's probably gonna be live streamed on YouTube somewhere. Let me see if I can pull it up. So let me show you guys, and I'm gonna take a screenshot of my let me just show you guys this too. How do I close my chart? I don't even need this chart open. Or I'll just leave it there for now. Okay, so let me just take a screenshot of this real quick, and I'll show you guys why I trade one strategy today. So here, I'm just gonna block out my account info. Because a lot of people don't understand, like some people just don't, they still don't understand why I'm trading one strategy a day, and I'll show you exactly why. So let me just block out a couple of things here. Block out my account numbers. Because scammers here are running rampant. So just be careful when you guys share your info. I think I blocked off everything. All right, so all right, so here's all my accounts right now. You guys can see my trailing drawdown. So this is like one of the biggest problems with a lot of people. It's like they keep blowing their accounts based off the trailing drawdown, right? Look at my trailing drawdown. I had two back-to-back wins, and I'm back at 5,000 drawdown. So it's like I'm making it impossible for me to blow my account. Like I'll never blow the account. It might take me a long time to get past, like to get funded because I'm taking one trade a day. But you can see here that it's basically impossible for me to blow my account because I'll have one loss on Monday. I have a win on Tuesday, a win on Wednesday, and I'm back to max drawdown, right? So as long as I understand my risk, and this is what I was talking about, like I'm okay with eating losses with the trades here because I already know that eventually it's gonna hit. And when it hits, my trailing drawdown is it's gonna be reactivated. It's gonna go back to where it was. So this is where you guys check your trailing drawdown. You can see I'm back at 5,000. So now I can lose 4 trades back to back before I blow my account, which is probably not gonna happen, right? Like odds of me blowing having 4 back-to-back losses are not going to happen. I might have like a loss, then a win, back to break even, and then maybe 2 more wins, and then my trailing drawdown just goes back to full. So you guys got to keep that in mind. with my way of trading. The way that I'm trading is like it's very conservative. Because for me, I'm in it for the long run, right? I don't need the money. I've made so much money trading over the past couple of years that I don't need the money. Like I can go like years without trading or making any money, and I'll still be living very, very comfortably. So the thing with this with Apex is I'm in this for the long run. So you saw how I made like 30,000 today, right? Off just one trade. I'm trying to make that consistent. So every week I'm making like, 30 to 60 to 100,000 every week, just consistently making profits. Um, so that's just kind of where I'm at. I'm not looking to make a bunch of profits and get passed like right away because it's just unnecessary. So that's why I'm telling you guys, if you guys just take one entry every day, it doesn't have to be the breakout V3. It can be the PRV. It can be any of these smaller scalps. If you just take one or two trades a day, look for quality entries, you'll be able to make consistent profits and you'll like basically make it impossible to blow your accounts. So let's see. Let's see. Vimal said, how far are you from passing the account, Sean? I mean, it has a number right here, Vimal. It's at 157,759. So probably like one or two more trades. One or two more trades, and then I think like five of these accounts should be funded. They're all started at different times, so they're like slightly off, but that's where I'm currently at. So like maybe one or two wins. Let's see. I'll just do the math real quick. So 159 is the goal, right? Minus 157, 759. I just need one win, actually. My math sucks. So I need one more win. If I have a breakout V3 that hits tomorrow, I'll pass these accounts. It took me a while because I'm taking one trade, but yeah, I'll be passing within one more trade, looks like. All right, so let's see. Back to the charts, there's nothing here to take, so don't worry, guys. I know we're kind of off topic, but there's nothing for us to take here at the moment. Let me scroll up real quick. And it's okay to ask questions right now, guys. If you guys have questions, feel free to pop in the chat. There's nothing for us to take here right now. I don't really want to take trades during the Powell speaking anyway, so I'll answer whatever questions you guys have here. I know typically we don't do this, but today's one of those days where I just have free time because it's 7 o'clock and Powell's still speaking. So no entries here, and I'll answer whatever questions you guys have so far. Yeah, no, definitely Vimal. Super close, super close. Let's see. Alex is asking, is that on Tradeovate? Could you show me how to see that? Tom's asking, what was the column name for drawdown just showed? I'll just show you guys real quick. I mean, typically we don't show you guys because we're like actively trading, but right now I'll just show you real quick. So Alex, in order to get this, and Tom, it's called a distance to drawdown. So distance to drawdown is going to tell you how much trailing drawdown you have left. In order to get this right here, so first you want to log into your Tradeovate account, right? So first log into your Tradeovate account. This is what it might look like. You might have like a bunch of random things on here. I typically just close everything. Since you're not trading on here, I just close everything and I just keep the chart open because this is where I can manually enter and exit my trades if necessary. So once you log into tradeovate.com, trade.tradeovate or trader.tradeovate.com. This is what your workspace would look like. Close everything that's on your chart because it's just clunky. And what you'll do is you'll click on this plus button right here. So you click on this plus button right here, Alex, and then when this drops down, it'll say accounts. There'll be a bunch of options. You'll see one that says accounts. Click and drag accounts to your chart somewhere. I dropped it to the bottom right here. And then once you drop it to the bottom right here, click on the screw tool right here, the settings tool, and then add distance drawdown on there. Once you add distance drawdown, it's going to show you this right here. So basically what I have here is, well, I already saved it, but it'll have your account number, and then it'll have your account balance, and then distance to drawdown. And this will show you how far you're there. Yeah, it's pretty simple. I know it's kind of complicated because Apex is hard to follow sometimes, but it is in the FAQs. That's how I found out. But what I'll do is, maybe over time I'll create a video to show you guys. Because I think if you guys can see where your trailing drawdown is, it makes you feel a lot safer about taking your trades. You're not as scared. You're not as like worried because you know exactly where your distance is at. So no problem, Alex. And let's see. And again, guys, there's no entries here. The trend is starting to shift, so there's nothing to take right now. If I do see something, I'll mark it up for you guys and I'll let you guys know, but there's no trend shift here yet. So there's nothing to take at the moment. Powell is also still speaking. So not really any anything for you to take here at the moment. So question from Jeff. Jeff's asking, can I ask for Apex when you do the payout, will the drawdown go down as well? For example, your account has 156,100. You withdraw 6,000. Yeah. So you have to. So once you're funded, the trailing drawdown stops at, I forget the number. Do you guys know the number for it? So for you guys here who are funded, I think it's like $100, or it's somewhere around there. It's like I'm not sure when the trailing drawdown stops following, but okay, yeah, thanks, Jeff. Yeah, 150,100. Yeah. So say for example, like you said, you have 156,000. Let me just put it here somewhere. Let's color this blue. Yeah, this thing's tough. I hate how like this thing doesn't fix. So this is funded trailing drawdown limit, which is 150. Okay, so this is going to be your trailing drawdown limit right here, right? So like what you said right there, Jeff, is if you get up to account balance is at 156, 100. So say for example, your account balance is at 156,100 right here, right? And then you want to withdraw 6,000. If you withdraw 6,000, then this goes down to your trailing drawdown, right? So once you do that and your account balance goes back to your trailing drawdown, as soon as you get any negative, you get 1 penny of negative dollars, your account's blown, right? Does that make sense? So yeah, your trailing drawdown, because your trailing drawdown stops there. It doesn't go higher. So like say for example, your account balance is 160,000, right? So your account balance is 160,000, you're like way up here. And then say for example, you want to withdraw 5,000, right? So say you take 5,000 out, you're now at 155,000. That goes back down to here. Then your trailing drawdown is only 5,000, which is right here, right? Does that make sense? So you never like when you make withdrawals, like for me personally, once I get funded on all my accounts, I'm not going to make withdrawals until like later. Like I want to make sure that I have a cushion of at least like 5 to 10,000. Like I'm never going to pull more than this amount right here because I want that cushion, right? I want to be able to lose more than 4 trades back to back before ever having to worry about losing my account. So for me, I'm gonna basically slowly build the account, build the foundation. And then once I'm higher, like maybe like once I'm like at like 165, okay, then at that point, then yeah, I'll withdraw like 10,000 and I'll just go back to 155. So yeah, the drawdown rules change once you're funded. You get a cap and then everything from there, it's just consistency. Yeah, no problem, Jeff. I know it's kind of confusing, but it's actually a lot easier once you're funded. Ariane's asking best copier to trade with TradeObate, TradingView for multiple accounts. I mean, there's not really many options. If you want to trade on TradeObate, your best option would be the group copier function. But when you use a group copier function, there's a cap on your contract size. I think it's like 1,000 contracts. I'm not sure if that's the number or if it's 100, but there's a cap on the contract size, which I don't think you should be reaching anyways. You should probably be able to take them as long as you have a decently sized account. So there's a max contract size, and then also there's no automatic CP stop loss. So your only option really is going to be the group copier. What I've seen people do in the group, which I mean, I personally don't recommend it. I wouldn't even do it myself, is people have been using virtual servers. So they'll open a virtual server to just open the copier that I'm using. So the copier that I'm using is Replicanto. That's how I copy all my trades like this. What happens is they set up their copier, but then they execute the trade on TradingView. So I think that's good for like if you're day trading and swing trading. But I think for scalping, like we're doing here, it happens so quickly that I wouldn't recommend it because, like the trade from yesterday, if you guys remember the trade yesterday, that like it spiked to TP. And if you didn't have your TP stop loss set up, or if there's a gap in connection, you would have been caught in that position and be stuck in it. So the only way to get an auto TP stop loss is to do what I did and go buy yourself a gaming laptop. I literally bought this laptop just for the copier. Like if I didn't need a copier, I wouldn't have bought this laptop because I would have just traded directly on TraderBait. But I went and bought this laptop. I mean, it's a pretty good laptop. It's like I spent like over 2,000 on this laptop to make sure that I have like the top spec laptop that I need. And NinjaTrader doesn't require very much, but I want to make sure that if my trades are copying, I want to make sure that I have a good laptop to just execute the trades. But yeah, that's kind of what people do. Some people will have a virtual server and they'll just execute the trades here on TradingView and it'll just copy across all their accounts. As long as that computer is open or the virtual server is open with Replicanto. Because what happens is it just copies what the account does. So like, for example, if you're trading on TraderBait or NinjaTrader, or not NinjaTrader, if you're trading on TraderBait or TradingView and you enter or exit a position on here, it'll automatically copy whatever it's doing on the server, virtual server. So I mean that's your best option. Ariane, I know you and Alex had an issue yesterday. I know Alex was talking to me about it, but I told him like, Flowbots is probably the best option that you have. Unless you have somebody code you something for yourself. Like someone would have to code you something to create your own copier. But then again, I wouldn't trust someone unless they're like someone that you truly trust that could make it possible. Because I've tried to create my own copiers too. It's not as easy as it seems. It's a little complicated because there's a lot of back-end work that needs to be done. Yeah, no problem, Mariano. Let's see. Maddie said MPS doesn't like the pivots though. So let's see. Price pushed up right here. Yeah, no MPS yet because the trend needs to be confirmed first, Maddie. So the trend here hasn't confirmed yet with the level 4 pivot. So until the level 4 pivots below all the other ones, there can't be MPS yet. The trend like the first step of that one right there. All right, guys, if there's any other questions, feel free to put your questions in the chat. I don't really have much to go over today. And you guys can see from the market, it's not really looking too great, especially because Powell is still speaking. Let me look on YouTube real quick to see if I can pull it up. Because he's having testimony. He's not just announcing something. He's actually like, they're asking him questions. Okay, he's still live right now. Let me pull it up for you guys here. Man, it's funny. If you guys look over here on the live stream for Powell, you see everybody over here talking about trades, sell gold, buy gold, vote Trump, calls or puts. Everyone here is trying to like gamble off of what Powell is saying here. But Powell is still speaking. So he's going to be speaking for like the next 30 minutes. So I'm not going to trade. I don't think anybody else would trade either. We made pretty good profit today. But if you guys look at the chat here, literally everybody here is like talking about like gambling or trading. Everyone's saying sell gold, buy or sell Shiba. These are all the degenerates who want to make like that lucky win, which I don't recommend people do. But yeah, other than that, let me check real quick. I mean, there's still no entries here. But you can see here's the scary part about trading when Powell speaks, because once they ask Powell a question, if he answers a question and it's not in your favor, price can easily just spike against you. Like say, for example, you're looking for a buy here. Powell says something bad about the economy and it comes down, like just a random spike. And then it'll correct back up. So my recommendation is to don't be a degenerate and wrap it up for the day. So we got some more team profits over here. We have Nikki. Nikki locked in a total profit of 235 per account. She has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 accounts. So well over 1,600 for the day, all wins. Nice work, Nikki. We have Natasha here as well. Total profit of 761 for the day. Nice work, Natasha. Great work. We got Joshua over here. Total profit of 731 for the day. Nice work, Joshua. And solid work over here too on your spreadsheet. So Joshua's doing pretty good. All wins for March so far. So great work right there. I'm gonna copy that over real quick, actually. That over here in our team profits. Yeah, if you guys have more profits posted up, feel free to send them in. But other than that, great work, guys. So the mentoring group over here, Joshua's currently have all wins for the month. We have Nikki over here. Nikki has all wins for the month except for one loss over here on Monday. So Nikki over here has 87.5% win rate, 7 wins, 1 loss, total profit of 1,170. Great work, Nikki. We have Maria over here. She has 2 wins, 1 loss, no trade for yesterday. Great work, Maria. We got Kane over here. This is good to see. This is what I like to see with our mentoring group here. This is our whole goal, right? To find consistency. Kane over here is currently at 71% win-loss ratio, 5 wins, 2 losses, total profit of 53 points. So pretty good profit right there overall. And it looks like all you guys here are doing great. So see if there's anything else here that I'm missing. Let's see, Tony is asking, why do you use Tradeovate Ninja? Because you have to. That's the only platforms that are available. I mean, you can use Rhythmic, but it's the same thing. So yeah, those are the only platforms that are available for futures trading. If you're still using a forex broker to trade indices, good luck, because it's not going to last. They're already, like, all the companies are using some bootleg brokers now that it's funny because is Camel here? Camel's not here right now, but Camel was just talking about this. He just posted on like his story how like a lot of these trading gurus are all pushing you guys to these random brokers, like Trade Locker or something like that. I mean, I don't have anything against them, but I'm just saying like those companies are not going to be, they're going to get shut down eventually. Anybody who's offering CFDs are going to get shut down. So if you're in the US, you have to move over to a futures platform. All those platforms are not going to work. Only if you're in the US. If you're international, then by all means keep using MT4, use any of those other platforms. But if you're in the US, there's so much regulation coming out where if a lot of these people are pushing you towards these other random brokers or random platforms, they're not looking out for your best interest. It's because you're getting a commission off you, right? They're pushing you to these companies because they get a commission off you for signing up. And then when you lose money trading, they get a commission off that too. So do your research, guys. But if you're still trading CFDs, I mean, good luck. You're not going to be doing that for a while because they're going to be cracking down on a lot of people or all these other companies that are pushing out. Same with FTMO. Like FTMO is DX trade. Like I said earlier, I don't think they're going to. They just created that so that US clients can trade on it for now. But as soon as all the US clients have blown their accounts, which is going to happen eventually, they're not going to let them sign back up. You can't open an account with FTMO. Once you blow your account, you're done with them. So unless they move to a futures platform, they're not going to accept any more US clients. One last question here from, CJ said, yeah, those other gurus are in extreme denial. Yeah, no, it's crazy. It's I don't even think they're in denial. I think they don't even care about their community, right? They're just pushing them towards MT4 platforms or MT5 platforms, but all those platforms are going obsolete, at least for US clients. So they're going to try to skim as much money as they can from these like suckers that are falling for it. And once those platforms get shut down, they're gonna be like, oh, okay, now you should go to Apex, or now you should go to Top Step, or now you should go to these other futures companies, which is like, I don't know, it's just crazy. It's crazy that they're ripping off their own people like that. Let's see, Eddie has a question over here. Eddie's asking, how come the double wicks at 650 are not valid? V1 pattern for a breakout V3 at 654. So let's go over there real quick and let's take a look, Eddie. So Eddie's asking about 650. So I don't see anything here that's a double wick. Let me go to this chart over here. I'll just clean this up because we already hit our TP. But let's see. So Eddie said 650 right here, right? I don't see any double wicks over here or double bodies. If you're talking about this one right here at 648, let me draw a structure right there. So there's no double body right here. Let me zoom in, Eddie. Yeah, if we're talking about this right here, there's no double wick because there's nothing on the same level, and there's also no double bodies here. I mean, it might look like it's close, but it's not there. That's why I draw the structure there, because there's a. You said there's an entry at 640. Eddie said I meant 649. I mean, because it has to be at a low. And it's not every single wick. So the low is right here. It'd have to be off this. So it wouldn't be right there. All of V1 patterns happen off the highs or the lows. So this right here, this is where we take our breakout V3. That's because that's a high and there's a double body, right? There's a low right here, but there's no double body or double wick. You can't just use every single, like for example, if you were to do that and you use every single double wick, right? Imagine you use this right here. You'll blow your account, right? Because it'd be double wick, but there's no low there. The whole point is that the V1 patterns identify reversals, right? Reversals don't happen on every candle. The reversals happen at the high lows. So we have a high over here, double body, reversal. Low right here, no double body, but still reversal. That's kind of what you're looking for. So like, for example, like this, for example, right? There's a high right here, there's a double body, and what happens? Reversal. So you got to make sure that you're looking at where the high lows are, because that's where the catalyst is at. Catalyst is a high low. You're just looking for the pattern. So what you're really looking for is a high low, and then you're looking for the pattern to identify. Okay, this is where the reversal happens, because you can see it's an abrupt stop, right? So like right here it goes to the high. It's like, all right, we're done pushing up. We're going straight down. That's why you look for the high first, and then once you find the high or the low, you look for the double body or double wick. Yeah, I know it's kind of confusing if you haven't been doing it for a while, but you get used to it. It's pretty straightforward. Like everything is based off the high lows. All right, yeah, no problem, Eddie. So let me see if there's any other questions here that I'm missing. So Tom's done for the day. All right, Tom, we'll see you here tomorrow. Maddie's done as well. See you here tomorrow, Tom, Maddie. Let's see, Glenn had one last question here from Glenn. Glenn's asking, hey, Sean, do you still have your FTMO accounts? Yes, I do. So I still have my 2 FTMO accounts for 200K. I haven't used them because DXTrade has had issues in the past. So I don't really want to bother with it right now. Also, we talked to Nick. I talked with Nick about this yesterday. It's really difficult trading on 2 different platforms. So Apex is always going to come as priority for me because that's where the future's at. If anything, I might just trade different strategies on my FTMO. So I might just do like some random scalps or some swing trades or stuff like that. But I'm probably not going to be taking these same strategies on the FTMO. Because like I said, once those accounts are done, they're done. I can't get any new accounts. So I'm kind of just taking my time with it to see if they move over to a better platform before I accidentally blow the accounts for my FTMO. So, all right, guys, it's 7:30 right now. There's no other entries available. As you guys can see, price is kind of just going back and forth. Price is now in a big range. Let me go over here to our clean chart. I'll now draw up structure for you guys so that you guys can see where price is and where it's going, because we're not really seeing too much here happening as price continues to obviously move back and forth. So you can see right here, price is just in a big range. I think price will continue ranging until Powell is done speaking, or until Powell decides to push price up or push price down. But otherwise, I don't really see too much happening here. So I think that's about it. So guys, if there's any other questions, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, we had an amazing trading day today, amazing trading week so far. Everyone's in some pretty deep profit. Like I said earlier, guys, I'm almost to be funded, hopefully on my account. And once I am, hopefully I'll start making some pretty solid profit on my funded account. So we got Kip over here. He has a total profit of 12,000 for the day, all wins. Nice work, Kip. I know it's a little slow day for him compared to his 80K day yesterday. And we have Madhu over here with a total profit of 1,000 on his funded account. Great work, Madhu. All right, guys. So I think that's it for the day. If you guys have more profit to post up, feel free to send them in. We have a ton of profit to cover today. So our profit video is probably going to be a bit long, which is good. It's good. So, all right, guys. Other than that, yeah, CJ said hopefully we'll all be funded by next Friday. Yeah, it's looking like it as long as we have this hot streak that continues to push along. So, all right, guys. Other than that, have a great rest of your day. If you guys have any questions, reach out. Otherwise, I will see you guys here